think you was?
Oh man, you had me go down a fucking hole with that.
Dude, that's what happens with YouTube, bro. That's YouTube. That's why, when I'm in the right frame of mind, I get sucked into that shit.
I tell you what, I wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. No, I wasn't ready, man. I think
you never are ready for the YouTube black hole.
Listen,
I
sat there and I was like, oh, I got 33 minutes, but I was just like, it's not gonna take that long. It didn't take that long, and then
5 fingers of death.
The next thing you know, you have me on 5 fingers.
Little Dicky.
Sway. And then we went into a little Dicky fucking marathon. Oh.
I wish like right now you could just put a beat on and I could just flow. Right off the top, bro.
What's something to work on? What you gonna do in your free time?
Not learn to freestyle.
Hang up the controller. No more video games.
Oh, man.
You straight writing. Oh.
I don't want to write, though. I just want to do it off the top.
We got to practice writing to get to where's to go.
I don't want that shit to be God-given. I don't want to earn that shit.
Oh. Let's get intro.
Welcome to the Twilight episode of Proficient Fans, guys.
This is nuts. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Proficient Fans.
Know, what time it is, though, do they?
My name is CB.
It's 11 p.m. Oh. Hey. Another championship. Hey, say it, Drake.
Oh, shit.
Hey, going back-to-back championships. Going back-to-back in the balls deep league. Back-to-back with the rings, dog. Going back-to-back. Hey.
No wonder you had no problem being hype.
Let's go.
Oh, shit. You give me the Drake.
Shit. This is yours truly, Clay Haggard. Back-to-back champion in CB's Balls Deep Fantasy Football League. I'd like to say I earned it, but it was quite easy with the lack of talent in the league. Primarily from the Watkins household.
My wife had one job. I said, you know what? You don't even have to give me... Your Christmas gift to me would beating Clay.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Oh, disappointed, man. Congratulations.
I will give Tara the benefit of the doubt. I was sweating a little bit at the start of this week, though. My team was not playing well, and I'm like, oh, shit.
She had a squad, man, all season long. Steady just putting in. Hey, you just, I mean, like I said before, like when I got here, when we were trying to talk about it quickly, I was like, you know, we even spoke in the pod that the three of us were right there.
Yeah.
And then I came and fucking win third place. Like, I thought third place was given.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's my waiver wire. Once again, last year, who'd I pick up? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Finished first in fantasy. Who'd I pick up this year? Lamar Jackson. Finished first in fantasy. Killing it, bro. Michael Thomas. Beast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not happy.
Fucking Thielen and Diggs didn't do shit for me. I will say my Michael Gallup draft pick, though. I drafted Gallup. Never left my roster all season. Solid. Decent flex receiver, wide receiver number 2. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
Listeners, I apologize if I'm sniffly, by the way. I am fucked up.
And, you know,
I cannot breathe through my nose right now, so bear with me.
And you're sitting here, you got this, you know, great thing, and I'm like, I was actually excited to get going, and then you did that, and I'm a little dead inside.
My celebration?
I mean, you know.
Come on, no.
It just made me realize, like, where I ended up in all the fantasy leagues I was in this year. I am not happy.
Where'd you end up? I didn't look that far down.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd you?
4th. Dead last.
Ugh.
And 4th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, remember how I told you had I as the 8th seed, I could have upset Chris Sparrow in my online league? Did the math, I would have won the semis and I would have won the championship. Like, all my guys outperformed everyone that played their matchups. All I had to do was not bench Drew Brees in his 53-point performance. And the 8th seed, with a 5-7 record, would have won the championship.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or 5-8 record.
I'm looking forward to next year. New team
5
name.
and 8,
We're moving cities.
I could have been a champion, CB.
Just saying. I'm moving cities. We're gonna have a new team name, new mascot.
Yeah, you need a whole new everything.
We're in a whole fucking front office overhaul.
Yep.
Watch out, world.
Yeah.
I just spent $95 in that Dynasty League.
Dynasty League? Oh, fake money, people.
Yeah, fake money. Yeah, oh yeah. To get, who the fuck are you? Turbin, Robert Turbin. I'm like, well.
Who did he sign with?
Seattle.
So when Marshawn Lynch signs with Seattle, what are you going to do when Turbin's his backup?
Because Marshawn Lynch just brought here for the end of this year, probably. Make a run. Actually get himself a championship.
Yeah, it could be.
Turbin would be more of a long-term type thing. Be my guess.
Sure.
You know? That's the reason why I did it. And guess what? I have like 20-some people on that roster. You know what I just dropped to get him? Cleveland defense. Because I had, for whatever godforsaken reason, 3 defenses.
Do you think there's any correlation to your decisions of doing that?
No,
on your shitty performances?
Well, in this league, I fucking came from the bottom of nowhere and actually climbed my way up to actually being a competitor. Like, I was legitimately, like, competing.
I'm going to give you that one because you got handed a fucking team and you didn't get to draft it. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm feeling good.
How many draft picks do you get next year?
In that league?
Yeah. Because you only draft, what, rookies?
Yeah.
Everyone's capped.
But
right?
yeah.
Feel free to pick up Jonathan Taylor.
Let's see here.
I think Jonathan Taylor will be something special in the NFL.
I never get good reception in your place.
I'll be honest, we have been listening to so much rap the past like 45 minutes instead of podcasting.
All I got is music bumping in my head.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I need something going.
Yeah, you know, we get kicked off YouTube if we got music popping in the background like that. My team. Next year I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I got 4. I got 1 in each round, but it's like in 2021 when I start getting more, I think, if I remember correctly, because I trade semester picks and I don't know. All in all, it was pretty fun still.
Cool.
Oh, let's get into some more NFL. Do you have who clinched by chance up?
Oh,
we have some new clinches, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I can pull it up.
Kind of let us know what.
Well, we know Baltimore.
Yeah, they figured out the secret.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that, I mean, if I had to pick something that kind of bothered me.
Sure.
And I would have loved a little snippet of how Palpatine actually escaped from the. And maybe he said it, but I missed it.
No, I don't think they ever went.
They
said something about they thought they had killed him, like, but they did not, or they failed.
Well, because
that was it.
But the thing was, it's like, and then like, it just so happened because I watched all of them right before, and I remember it was in episode 3. Palpatine says something about learning how that there was his master had learned. How to never die, basically. So basically, he learned how to do that, and whatever it was part of the Force that was able to protect him. And I think I told somebody, I'm like, it was probably the same shit that fucking helped Leia fucking fly. And she got exploded last year, last episode. So, but yeah, no, I mean, all in all, I enjoyed it. I know I did talk to one guy that didn't like the exchanging of stuff between visions, like when they
that was a big deal back in episode, I think it was 7 when they first started doing that.
Yeah,
there was a big deal about how they had explored that in the past, but there wasn't the possibility of like physical exchange of things.
Certainly,
you know what I mean. Like, I'm not deep enough into the Star Wars lore to know if that's actually possible. Like, I don't know if any novels explained the possibility. You know what I mean? Like, I think there was something out there that I saw a YouTube video on, and they were like, technically this has been talked about being a thing, it just hasn't been done in the movies. but I didn't go back and do enough. I mean, the way I look at it is regardless of what I think or know from the past, it is what it is now. Now it's canon.
Yes.
So my whole thing is, I feel like there are a lot of Star Wars diehards that are far, 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 far more knowledgeable than I am when it comes to Star Wars. But at the end of the day, whether you like it or you don't like it, it is now canon regardless, and that is a thing.
Yeah.
So moving forward with the new Clone Wars animated series coming out, when they start doing more mini-series like shows, guess what, guys? We now know that can happen. Whether you like it or not, it's a thing.
Well,
who says the Force can't evolve? You know what I mean? If I'm just being devil's advocate,
yeah.
Why is the Force only this and that's all that can be done?
Because that's all they know.
What Jedi, what Sith do you think at some point in time in the history of the Force evolved that and was able to do new things?
Well, I mean, it's the same.
You know what I mean?
It's before we could actually, take pictures from outer space to Earth, and people actually thought the world was flat because you have no known. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't believe that there's anything different than it just fucking ends. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm not a flat earther, but I'm just saying it for they just like, this is all we know and this is what we believe it's gonna be, and I'm just like, why I'm exactly with you. Why are we putting ourselves in a box?
Yeah.
That I don't believe in any of George Lucas's original films that he did he ever say what the Force was? Besides everything.
Right.
And what can and can't be done. So,
side note, there's a YouTube channel called Jubilee, Jubilee, and there's videos called Even Ground, I think is what they call it, and it pits up two polar opposite viewpoints on topics, and they do like a questionnaire, or almost like an interview with the people who are directing it. So one of them was flat earthers versus scientists.
Oh,
and
right.
They'll do things like atheists versus Christians, convicts versus cops. They'll do rich people versus poor people, like anti-gay versus LGBTQT plus $hashtag, and they'll do, you know what I mean? So you get the picture here. And they'll do a whole bunch of these situations, and it's really fucking awesome to watch them discuss similarities, differences in like a 85% civil manner. And it's really cool. And the flat earthers one and scientists is just nuts because
it's real.
I'm 100% scientist on this one. Like no one is going to sway me otherwise.
Oh, as far as the Earth being round.
Sorry. Like I'll just will never ever change my mind. Like Earth is round. Period.
Right.
It just is what it is. Sorry. But anyways, you guys should check that shit out. Back to Star Wars. So let me ask you this.
Be flat though.
I mean, we're not going to talk about it. So let me ask you this though. You know what? Planets are round in Star Wars. Therefore, planets are round. But we talked about
round
what
like
we didn't
ball,
like.
Or
So
they just like round and then they flatten, they fall right around.
What was like one of your favorite parts? Like the out of your seat moment, or maybe emotional moment, or like what stood out to you as like a distinct, I remember this scene.
A lot. I mean, you know what? Like Chewie stood out to me in this movie.
The death?
Not the death. More of towards the end. And they're all celebrating, and I was watching him.
Medal?
I did, but it was actually I didn't even think it was his medal. I thought it was Han Solo's medal. I'm definitely probably wrong.
It was I think what the big deal is because back in Episode 6, Chewie never got a medal.
Right. Well, I know, and
I mean, like, and Luke Skywalker got medals, and he never got one, and I think it was just a nod to like the OG fans, like, why the fuck did Chewie not get any love?
But I was watching. The way I looked at it though was all of his people are gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was there with Yoda, dead. He ends up hooking up with Han Solo, dead.
Princess
Leia, dead. You know, those are his people. You know what I mean? Now, of course, you had Lando. But they were just like, cool acquaintances, right? Because of Han. And I was just like, wow, I'm like, all of his people are gone.
Almost 3 C3PO.
Almost either. That was a stunner. Like I was.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't as sad as what the commercials that part.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I just sat there and that's kind of one of the things that really stood out to me was just.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I thought they did a good job of highlighting him. For somebody that doesn't talk.
I mean, it was different seeing Leia or Carrie Fisher in this movie, knowing that was going to be the last time we ever see her on the big screen.
Yeah. That shit.
And her hugging Rey was emotional for me. Especially when they're showing Rey's face, she starts to cry, but you can hear Carrie Fisher talking. Like, I feel like that was the last time that they got Carrie Fisher's actual voice recording. They obviously didn't want to show the face because I don't feel like it wasn't the act
that
were meant to be heard. Yeah, and but then when Chewie found out that she passed, like that was because like that was his last like.
That's what I was getting at. Like that.
No,
was
I agree,
like,
but like that for me, like I was like, oh fuck, like that got me in the feels for sure.
And I thought that they did a tasteful job with using her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, this story's not about her. And, like, she had a very intricate part of last movie. All right, now the story, like, episode 1 wasn't about her. You know what I mean? So episode 3 should be about her. So, I mean, I think they did a good job of just making her now more of a back piece and not one of the stars of what was really supposed to be popping off because it was past her. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
it wasn't her story. So, I thought they did a great job with that. And, the little bit of CGI they had to use for it wasn't too shabby either.
Right.
So, what else was there? There's some other great, there's a lot of great parts in this movie. Of course with the cinematography, it all is just stupid nice.
Yeah.
Well shot. If they didn't give you a lot of time to get vested in any one story, you know what I mean? Like they quickly got to the gist of it. I mean, how long is the movie? 2.5?
Yeah.
I mean, the first hour is like, let's get to it.
Yeah, 0 to 60 right away.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, you had a couple of.
You know what I really wish I would have gotten more of? I really, really, really wish I would have gotten more Knights of Ren. That shit, like, they didn't even get introduced. They were just, boom, Knights of Ren, boom, dead.
But it's like
that shit happened so fast, bro.
I think because of the fact that, Knights of Ren was a thing before.
No, I know that. I know that. But, like, we were never truly introduced to that group. Because now, granted, in order to truly do that, they would have to be the main protagonist in an entire movie.
Yeah, the movie had to be.
But I'm totally dope. I'm cool with the Knights of Ren side series. I'd be all about that life because they look bad.
They could probably do a good cartoon of that.
They looked badass. Granted, so the Knights of Ren are still Force sensitive, correct? Because they are the other Padawans that Ben Solo took with him after Luke Skywalker, right? So, granted, Kylo Ren is technically Supreme Emperor or Emperor Supreme or whatever the fuck, whatever his Burrito Supreme, whatever the fuck they call him. I feel like he handled the Knights of Ren pretty easily.
Yeah.
I was ready for a little more battle from those guys, and I felt like they went out pretty quick. I was a little disappointed with that just because the Knights of Ren are supposed to be this badass group, and yes, Kylo Ren is Sith, but,
I think
is he?
I was going to say.
But you know what I mean? Like, did he not look like he handled them without breaking a sweat?
But I also think that somebody of that magnitude, of that far in the Force, should easily handle
other Force sensitive people.
Hell yeah!
Here's the thing. I don't feel like Kylo Ren had a master that taught him enough about the hand-to-hand combat and about that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You see what I felt like. Now, if we're assuming, better example.
He was already taught.
He had Snoke, but Snoke he never actually really dealt with. I'm assuming Snoke was not probably very hands-on with Kylo. He was manipulative, more of mental strength than he was actual practice.
Right.
Rey actually had Leia face-to-face direct. There were not a lot of hand-to-hand combat stuff, which, I don't know, man. They're the fucking Knights of Ren. Like, I guess I was assuming more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, you could say Ben Solo being more of a chosen one, quote unquote, so
right.
he had this natural ability. But he's still fighting some bad... Like, okay, let's put it this way. He handled the Knights of Ren better than he handled fucking Snoke's Red bodyguards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me the Knights of Ren would get outmatched by those Red bodyguards. They're Sentinels, I think is what they were. Yeah, but, like, better comparison. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm just kind of like, I guess, but I also just wanted more from the Knights of Ren, dude. They just looked a fucking badass group.
They walked in the screen, and you're like, oh,
dude, they look like badasses.
I'm like, they about ready to get busy.
Yes. Yes. And you don't even get anything out of them.
Yeah.
The only time you see action from them is literally when they're fighting Kylo.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Ben Solo at the end? Like, what about his scene with Harrison Ford?
Okay, so I like the fact that he was kind of going back and realizing how he should handle things differently. Because, like, had he not killed his dad, left with his dad, left the helmet, his dad would still be here. His mom wouldn't be dead, because he knows his mom's dead. And they could have really done what, he was initially set out to do, That's the story I got from that. And, the fact that it really kind of made him realize that he was a Jedi, not a Sith.
Yeah, and he had always struggled internally with the death of him killing his father, and, like, obviously that was a huge part in him.
Oh, they flashed back to it, like, twice in the movie.
Yeah, dude, it happened. Yeah, it was nuts.
So, I'm trying to think, man. There was so much good stuff in this movie. And I need to see it again because the thing about watching a movie like that magnitude the first time is so hard for me to
take it all in.
Feel like I'm giving it a good judgment because of the fact that I'm living in it right then. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not sitting there and thinking about
critiquing it.
When I get to watch something a couple times, I'm sitting there and then I can sit there and be like, ooh, I really like the way that they're handling this and handling this. I got home from the movie that night. I'll be honest, I couldn't wait to do it. I got on fucking YouTube. Fell asleep watching all that shit, fucking playing on Twitter, seeing what was going on, seeing what everybody was saying. Because, and all I heard was people talking shit, and I'm like...
I know, dude, I was so disappointed.
They're like, it was too rushed, I'm like, it was too rushed, I mean, like, what do you want?
Here's the thing, when you get something as... like epic as Star Wars, something that sways the pop culture universe as much as the topic of Star Wars does, you're gonna get more critique, and I feel like you're going to see more negative critique than you would on a Joe Schmo movie.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Rotten Apples was giving it, Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes was giving it a bad ratings. And Sean was telling me about that. I'm like, dude, they gave every Star Wars a bad one. Right. I fucking feel like I don't think they did that to Marvel. I think it's just I think a bunch of new kids there at fucking Rotten Tomatoes just don't want to let Star Wars live.
But nonetheless,
it didn't do well.
Personally, the fucking the viewers, like the moviegoers, the people, not the critics, the people.
Yeah. In our theater, I mean, there was a ton of clapping.
Yeah.
There was, what? I feel like I need to watch the South Park movie again. Booger McFarlane here. Are you ready?
Marshawn back in, just signed with the Seahawks. Well.
And we're back. Woo! This is the one that gets us taken off the air. Disney's coming for our heads. We're using their music.
Work that.
Oh. Coming fresh off of episode 9. Well, fresh off. We had a couple days to...
The Rise of Skywalker.
To live on it.
I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Me too.
I mean, I'm a big Star Wars guy, so, like, I don't know, maybe it was just my love for them that took over, but like, I'm not mad.
So, first I'm just kind of question, because I mean, there's everybody that I know that I've spoken to that
I've spoken
that have seen it and enjoyed it, of course, but I'll be honest, I haven't found somebody that disliked it.
I have. Guy at work.
Really?
Yep.
Fucking idiot.
Yep.
But like everybody I've spoken to does have some things that they, I wish this, I didn't like this, but all in all, still a great fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do that with a lot of movies that we watch or shows. If you had to pick something that you didn't like, I'm gonna start there.
Ooh, okay.
What didn't you like about it?
I would say if I had to pick something I didn't like, I would say that I felt like a lot of these story arcs or character arcs felt rushed. You got into a lot, and it was just like, so this happened, and then there was no like, how did it happen? How we got there? I just felt like everything just happened very quickly, I guess. That's all. That movie could have been 4 hours, and I would have been...
Yeah.
Granted, I would have sat there for 4 hours and loved every second, but I don't know. That was the only, the thing for me.
I was going to say, like, Sean and I were talking about it right afterwards, and, we both... I told him, I was like, I felt like they could have added another hour.
Yeah.
And slowed it down a little bit, because that first, 30, 40 minutes... was fast.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, all of a sudden, Chewie dies. You're like, whoa, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Then he comes back alive.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back alive, but I mean,
yeah.
React to that. What was your thought when that happened?
That was probably, for me, one of a few scenes where I was really just caught off guard. I wasn't ready to see that. Kylo Ren and Rey are using the full... First of all, let me just back up. So when they're out there and they take Chewie and they start to fly away, when she reaches out just to use the Force to stop that ship, I don't know if you heard me. I was vocal. I was like, oh... I was like, oh, is she about to stop this ship with the Force?
She's strong.
And I was just like, oh my god. Because I'll be honest, dude, even if you go back, that is not a light feat. Even just because you're a Jedi doesn't mean you can stop a ship.
The only one that you ever see kind of do, I was going to say, that even lift a ship pretty effortlessly was Yoda. And I mean, he still had to, work on it, so.
Yeah.
And she just decided to reach out and say, hey,
come here. Her and Kylo battling for that. And then I could tell, she was starting to get angry. So I was like, oh, shit, this is going to be some dark side shit. She's going to get, her dark side force is going to be stronger, and she's going to recognize something. Wasn't ready for the lightning fingers. Lightning fingers, I was like, oh, fuck! Because immediately, everyone knows what that means. Jeez. Instantly, I was like, oh my god, there's going to be some direct connection to Palpatine.
And that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Except for the fact that when she did that, Chewie died.
Yeah. Or so we thought.
I sat there and you know what?
When it first happened, dude, I was like, did they just kill Chewie?
I was gonna...
I thought they did it.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't sad after that. I was pissed. Because, I was just like, he deserved... Because I sat there and I go, I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was pissed. And I was just like, he deserved a better ending than that.
Yeah.
And then I immediately wasn't pissed anymore as soon as I saw him on the ship. And I was just like, oh, it was just a different ship. They had the wrong ship.
They had everyone fooled, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have been like, poof. Yeah, he's probably on a different ship.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have thought that, because you only see one ship the entire time. It's not like multiple land and there's the idea of it.
Yeah.
There's only one ship you see in the whole scene, and that's the one they carry him onto.
Yep.
So there was no that was a different ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That fucked me up, because I was just like,
yeah.
something that I think that I heard somebody talk about was the double. Like I sat there, and I figured the double vision thing. How how they were able to do the force thing where they could see each other. I'm like, well, that was all done by Snoke, and then it was, but that was really Palpatine. But then Rey or Kylo Ren was able to do it without Palpatine,
right?
And they were able to do it without Palpatine. So I'm just like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you just figure this out? That's what I was just like, but I was just like, well, like we don't know what kind of training that they did.
I was going to say, we also I don't think they actually gave a time frame.
That's what I'm saying.
Between episode 8 and episode 9. So obviously Rey has come a long way because we see her for the first time ever lifting multiple boulders.
Yeah.
To free them from the cave.
Well, second time. She did it in the end of The Last Jedi. When she picked up all the rocks.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said first time.
Sense. First time.
Excuse me. The first time we ever saw her lift anything was all of those boulders at the end of The Last Jedi.
Yes, I got you. I'm with you.
And then we go into her training in episode 9, and she's levitating with rocks orbiting her body in 2 different directions, 2 different rings. That is a huge step in her training. Now, granted, Luke fucking went pretty goddamn quick, too, when he was training with Yoda.
Yeah.
That motherfucker went from, being blasted in the arm by a little test droid to, doing fucking one-handed handstands and, balance and shit. So,
the only one that really got trained as a Jedi was fucking Anakin.
Yeah? Womp womp.
LeBron didn't play.
True.
And then the other one, we just lost, but...
Packers just clinched the North, by the way.
Yeah. Don't get too happy. Doesn't matter. I mean, fuck it. I'm so pissed. I wasn't gonna be happy for either one of these.
I mean, I would rather root for the Vikings just because of Cousins, though.
Right.
Agreed.
Go white. Can't. I'm so glad.
I had a customer the other day see my lanyard and say "Go Green" when I was at work. I rarely get "Go Green" to me. I'm usually always the one dishing them out.
Right.
I proudly said "Go White." And then the next day, I had an old lady, "Go Green." I said, "Go White, ma'am." I was so pumped, dude. I was like, this woman was, sweet, sweet old lady, 80s.
That's
I mean, I was like, you fucking son of a bitch. I'm
in. Oh. What the fuck? I don't even know where I was gonna go.
Yeah.
But we'll say it was the Spartans, and unfortunately, Langford's out.
Yeah.
For the season. There goes any luck of having that last minute come in and have a great shooter.
Yep.
So wait, does he red? I mean, wait, he's done then.
Yeah, he's a senior. Well, they're going to try and see if they can medically list him inactive and give him another year of eligibility. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to
They're
answer.
going to
Can you
give him
a
medical red shirt is what they're trying to get him. That'd be sweet.
Do you know how sick our team would be next year?
Yep.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'll be honest, bro. I think we're only losing
Cassius.
Arns and Cassius.
Coach Izzo's in a sweet spot.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I love me some Cassius. After seeing Rocket struggles, Rocket is he's our future. Yeah, right. I'm just saying, but from a point guard, how important that position is, especially in college basketball, he's got some learning to do still.
Well, maybe we just have baby Izzo come in and be a point guard, get good fundamentals. He'll be able to give a good check pass. Did he score the other night when it was a 101 dub?
Oh, did you watch that Eastern Michigan game?
I
watched every minute. It was bonkers.
bonkers.
Everyone was hitting shots, dude. Everyone. We shot 50% from 3-point land.
That was ridiculous.
I couldn't believe how many people scored.
Did Izzo?
No, of course not.
Everybody but him.
I wish I could remember our one of our other point guards' names. White dude.
Lawyer?
White dude starts with an H. Hibbert. Hoiberg. There we go. Hoiberg.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was like a Dumb and Dumber moment, except I actually got it right. Slippery, Swanson.
Samsonite.
Oh, check the briefcase. Samsonite.
That
That was way off. Yes, Jack Hoiberg. Drilled the 3. It was awesome. And then you had a whole bunch of people. Who's the other? God, I always go with skin color. That was good. But, Washington, is that his name? Freshman, black kid, guard.
I'm pulling up.
Pretty sure it's Washington. It was, I don't know. Point being, dude, like, because we were already up 40-some points, and like I knew like the subs were coming in. I was like, damn, I really want to hit 100, and I really want to beat them by like 50 at this point. And we slowed a little bit, but not in. We kept our foot on the pedal. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking awesome to watch. Everyone was getting excited. Everyone was hitting shots. It was just. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. Eastern looked terrible. So I don't want to sit here and talk about pure dominance from Michigan State, but like, you could tell that when they got confident and they were having fun, that energy snowballed into success.
That's
like
the
Michigan
that
State
has
to keep it fun and light, and they're gonna play
Can't
well.
get serious.
No, yeah.
Fucked. Let's see here. Here's that Eastern game. I was just trying to check something out. Box score. It's only got 2 minutes. Oh,
yeah, bro, he went out there. I think got the ball stolen and then got off the court.
He had the least amount of minutes. Burke had 4. Like I mean, like, and I'm not saying that like he should be like playing the Sun a whole fucking shit ton, but you end up winning the game 101.
He didn't even go out there at the end. He went out there in like 10 minutes in the 4th, then got pulled and never went back out.
Oh, wow. That's nuts. Man, we got a fucking squad, man. I like how Brown and Henry been playing too.
Gabe Brown, bro. I'm liking Gabe Brown a lot.
He's fucking. I mean,
I'm liking him. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Aaron Henry was always like my exciting. Like, Aaron Henry could be the guy.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. He played well against Eastern, but Gabe Brown, bro, he's stepping up.
Yeah. And
it's nice to see him doing that. Kithier's been playing nice. I've appreciated his energy level.
I truly wish that Tillman would just be a fucking monster. Dude,
that's what when I was watching the other day, that's what I was saying. I wish that I wish that Tillman would play with some fucking aggression. He just doesn't come off aggressive to me.
No.
Anytime he's down low, goes up, it's soft. Gets the ball stripped, gets fouled. Like,
yeah.
He ain't a beast, bro. Tillman is not a beast.
So frustrating. And I was just like thinking, I was just like, man, you know what would be really terrible? If we just went this entire episode and hit record. But yeah, no, I mean, shit, he was my guy last year. I was like, we're going as far as he can take us.
Yeah.
Cassius, of course, showed out. Thanks so much.
My call.
Yeah.
My call.
So, anything else, man?
Nope, I want to talk Star Wars. Extra credit scene, Star Wars, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So for you, those of you that have not seen yet, because like I understand life happens and you might not have seen it.
No excuse.
You know, got to listen to it yet. Holidays.
Don't you dare tell me holiday.
I'm gonna give them the holiday. I never asked you what your plans were for Christmas, but whatever. Anyways, you know, I just want to say.
Anyways,
yeah, we're gonna, guys, we're gonna move over to Star Wars. So if you have not watched it yet, tune off because there's gonna be some major fucking spoilers.
Happy holidays for our listeners.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah is almost over.
Oh.
So after watching all that Lil Dicky rap and
Fire.
Who else was there that we watched that was South?
Oh, United States.
America? North America.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't South.
Earth.
Was it?
He was on Earth.
He was on Earth somewhere. But yeah, I just thought it was just kind of wild that it was just like it's not anything big. You just for what the team that you have right now, that's not a big statement.
Right.
So I was just kind of curious there.
By the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and go out there and say it with no shame. I hope Bama fucking shits on Michigan.
I hope that Bama shits on Michigan, but
and I hate Saban, so I hate to say
Saban doesn't get any credit.
All right. Fair enough.
There's no way that can happen. But I mean, like, I just wanted to realize that.
I just want to see them lose to a worse Bama team than we lost to, because like we lost to a fucking really good Alabama team.
Number one.
We lost to like national championship Alabama. Like I think they have like 14 starter NFL players from that roster right now in the NFL.
Yeah,
it's something stupid like that. Like
you
look at they're like, oh man, I gotta pull it up. I was going through it one time. I was like, oh my fucking god. I go, all of these guys are like starters,
right?
Not like drafted. Like
they're like playing regularly, week in, week out. Never had a problem with it. Gosh, yeah, that's gonna be a fun game to watch though, and I got that day off too, so I'll be enjoying.
What day is that? The
New Year's Day.
The New Year's Day. Yeah, I have New Year's Day off too.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
If you're trying to get weird, bro, we can get together for some bowl games.
Actually, I think I even told T, I'm like, I'm not changing out my pajamas that motherfucking day.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'll sleep in. I will just watch football and play video games with the kids. Board games. It's funny, I came home the other day as you're looking that up. I came home the other day and Channing was pissed. I was like, what you mad about, buddy? He goes, yo, you gonna shout out CB on the pod and shout me out? And I was just like, I was like, dude, I shout you out all the time. He goes, I didn't hear it. I was like, I mean, I shot you out during soccer. He goes, well, you shot a CB out just this past week for scoring some baskets. I was just like, so you picked 1 week to listen and this is the one? He goes, I didn't even listen. CB said he saw it on YouTube. So
so here's Bama's 2011 teen roster that's starting in the NFL. Ha Clinton Dix, starter. CJ Mosley, starter. D Millionaire, or Milliner, starter. Chance Warmack. I actually don't know, but he was with the Titans. I know that. I don't know if he still is a starter or not, though. Yeah, remember, dude, this was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I can't remember if he still is. DJ Fluker, Trent Richardson. Trent's not starting anymore. Is he even in the NFL anymore? I think he's been out for a couple years. Mark Barron still playing. Drake Kirkpatrick, starter. Dante Hightower, starter. It just happens to be the same class, but Odell Beckham, LSU. That has nothing to do with this, but I was like, oh my god. Those are just all first round picks. They're still like Eric Reed, Morris Claiborne, Barkevius Mingo, but we're not. Those are all LSU players. So then you get into the second, Eddie Lacy, not starting anymore. Courtney Upshaw, starter.
Lacy was a beast there for a long time.
He was, dude. Green Bay.
Yeah, I saw him all over my lines.
Barrett Jones, I think he's still playing. He's a center though. AJ McCarron backup.
Who's he behind?
Last I knew, he was in Cincinnati.
Okay. And there's silence as we wait and read.
I'm just going through these. It's just crazy.
I mean, it was. I mean, here's the thing: there's no doubt that Alabama team was stacked. So
that's crazy.
I don't know. Got anything else in college football? Lame. Because they're fucking Spartans. And what's the bowl name?
What?
What's our bowl name?
I don't know. Fucking dipshit bowl.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I see you put in IT was suspended for 2 games. For G checking that dude. What do you say? You call him a fucking bitch?
Pinstripe Bowl, by the way.
Okay, word.
So, yeah, jumping over to the NBA all of a sudden. So Isaiah Thomas, guard for the Washington Wizards,
I'm ready to get to Star Wars.
got a 2-game suspension. And essentially what happened is during IT's free throws, one of the fans, where was he at? Was it OKC?
Yeah,
I think it was OKC, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
One of the fans in the crowd flipped off both fingers and said, "Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch!" So IT, during like a timeout or something like that, walks like very calmly, walks off the court, and the guy was behind the basket, walks off the court up into like just the first row, and this fan was recording the whole thing, like a different fan, and IT walks up and very calmly was just like, "Hey man, like you can't be doing that. Don't do that." A bodyguard comes up and Isaiah's like, "Hey bro, don't be doing that, man."
Sixers, he's in Philadelphia.
Philly, thank you. That was all that was said.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get crazy or nothing.
No, it was super cash.
Yeah, like, hey man, like.
And then even IT during his post-game interview, he was like, of course he got questioned about it. He goes, "Yeah man, I went up there. This is what the guy said to me, and I walked up there calmly, just like I am now, and said you can't do that." He's like, "I'm a man before anyone else. I'm a father. I'm a husband. Like, no one's gonna call me that when I'm just trying to do my job and be out here playing basketball." And so, sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. That was an awkward silence.
I was actually. I mean, here's the thing: it's like there's not a lot. Bless you. There's not a lot of times that you and that sucks to to think that there's not a lot of times that we see athletes do that. You know what I mean? Like, just take it like, hey. I can't believe that he did that because I feel like a lot of times that they just kind of zone everybody out. But
right, agreed.
But the fact that he didn't, and he just calmly went out there and said, "Yo, my man, not today."
Not today!
Look, I'm 5'2", but I'm not to be fucked with.
No. Correct.
Not much has been happening in NBA. We're in a weird space right now. I mean, we do have a good day on Christmas Day.
Yeah. The Lakers are continuing their domination.
Well, I mean, we just lost the last 2 games, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm looking at the overall picture of the season.
Overall, yes. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, getting those 2 losses really kind of shook me a little bit because, like, ugh, don't get comfortable with this. Kind of bouncing back to the bowl games though. Real quick. I did want to ask you. I think we kind of covered this last year, but we got another year. Another list of players not playing in bowl games. And I was just kind of curious initially, let's recap your feelings on this. Like when a kid's like, you know what, I'm done. Not going to play in the bowl game because...
For college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only want to do bowls.
Well, but you said bouncing back. I was assuming you were bouncing back to the Pro Bowl.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I know. Fuck Pro Bowl.
Okay.
We'll maybe talk about it.
Sure, I'm down. They're not even going to play till next year.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time.
Right.
Oh, shit, that's 2 weeks.
I don't know.
We got 1 week, CB. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, we're not. I mean, they do it after the Super Bowl. So
yeah. No, they do it before the Super Bowl now. That's why some of them don't play.
Oh, I thought it was. Dude, I don't watch.
Did they switch it to after the Super Bowl?
I thought it was after the Super Bowl.
It used to be before. Maybe they switched it the last year or two or something. I was going to say, because
I think they switched it to after. That way, anybody that was in the Super Bowl. Yeah, they do it after because anybody that's in the Super Bowl could actually go and do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just kind of curious. So to recap your kind of feelings on kids skipping bowl games.
I mean, I think we talked about this last year too.
That's what I was saying.
And I guess I hope this is what I said last time because I feel like this.
No, if you change, you grow. You know.
Right.
What I mean?
I just don't remember what I said, but at the end of the day, I feel like if a kid has I look at this 2 different ways. From a smart standpoint, it makes sense to remove yourself from a bowl game if you are going to be a legitimate top draft pick. Like we're talking first round, maybe second round. If you're in that area of the draft,
right.
You can't fuck that opportunity up. And I'll be honest with you, at the end of the day, all of those bowl games are good to win. But let's just say, for example, okay, LJ Scott was still a Spartan, and this was his final game before he enters the draft.
Yeah.
This game doesn't mean shit. If he was a top, you know what I mean, a top round draft pick, I would not expect him to play. Now, I think that would give these players the best opportunity to stay in shape, not get hurt on a game like that. But at the end of the day, too, you have your camaraderie side, and now you're letting your team down. You know, like you're a pivotal part of getting your team to the spot that they're in, and then kind of like letting them hang out to dry on the most important game to some of these guys. For the guys who aren't going to be drafted, this could be the only bowl game they ever go to.
Yep.
And that's a big fucking deal. I guess my thing is as a teammate, I would always want my guys to be there. I would want the team. I would want all my players. But even like as a best friend, I don't know if my best friend who I played football with, for example, I could say, hey, even though you're a top 3 pick, and let's just say, for example, top 3 pick, and we're playing in a bowl game and we barely finished over 500 regular season, I would have a tough time expecting them to be on the field when there are bigger things. You have to look at that big picture.
Certainly.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can make an argument. You and I can go back and forth and switch sides in the middle of this conversation and make a very strong argument as to why we think they should do, you know, X, Y, or Z. Right. But it's a tough call. All I'm saying is from a business standpoint, I can understand why they would make that decision, and I won't give them too much flack only if they actually are that big of a deal.
Certainly.
You know what I mean? Because some guys think they're like, oh, I'm not going to play. I don't want to get hurt. Then they get drafted in the 7th round. Like, you probably could have played. If anything, that might have helped your draft stock at that point. But when you're Tua Tagovailoa, and you're already got a fucking bum shoulder, you know what I mean? Like, it's in a fucked up ankle. It's hard to put Tua out there to try and carry Alabama to a win.
Certainly.
When he could literally fall out of the first round, which he might have already fallen out of the first round.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, but for him, it's like, at that point, you kind of, I mean, it's him to decide and really, like, I mean, well, they're all just them personally decide, but I mean, like, he's got to have a good team around him to get a real good temperature for where his draft stock really is. Because, I mean, there's also a possibility that, he fell out, so he would need to play.
Well, and I was just going to say, on the flip side of that, maybe you need to play to show all the scouts, I can still play in the big game.
Right.
Like, I can get it done.
So, main reason why I kind of came up was because I was actually in a conversation with a Michigan fan at work, and and he was just like, you know, Harbaugh and them, they're on the same page as far as that goes, you know, as far as sitting out and stuff. I was just like, I mean, you had people sit out last year, you know, he's like, you know, but now
some of their biggest stars.
Yeah, Devin.
Yeah.
And I
Gary,
told him,
didn't Gary and Bush sit out? I could be wrong. I know one of them did.
Bush definitely did. And I think Gary did too. So, but we were kind of just talking about it real quick, and then I quickly, before I like really read an article in my head, I'm just automatically was thinking, well, the reason why they're on the same page is because none of them are good enough to be on any other page other than play. Every person on that team that is going into, you know, stands a chance of going into the league next year has to be on the field.
Agreed.
They don't have a single person that's just like, you know what, you can sit out.
Yeah.
Your draft is exactly where it's going to be. So.
Yeah, pro days, combines, like that's, you know, not to put like U of M on the map, like for this conversation, like strictly or anything, because there's tons of other teams in the situation, but that's one of those teams that like saw success during the regular season, but there's not a single one that's a guaranteed number one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's just no, and it just is. It is what it is. And I'm sure you're going to find some diehard that's going to come and try and argue that. But at the end of the day...
No, they can't.
Like,
I mean,
let's put it this way. There wasn't anyone out there that was on Heisman watch. There wasn't anyone out there that was talked to at a national level week in and week out, win or loss. You know what I mean? God forbid, I was thinking like Michigan State even, and like what you could try and argue. And like you could, like, for example, we could talk about Willikis.
Yep.
Not, in my opinion, right now, not a first-round draft pick.
No, he's like third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so for, like, you know, you to take a player like that,
he's big,
even Willikis still needs to prove himself from a professional standpoint. People always want to really talk up Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't think Donovan Peoples-Jones is like, I mean, he set the record. What does he have? Most receptions or most yards in Michigan history or something like that?
Yeah.
What?
I just don't think that if he's so good, then I would expect more catches when it counts.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I only hear his name when U of M comes up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are so many players out there that you know of.
Like back, I mean, like, you know, I'm going way back, but I mean, like, Calvin Johnson, right? The receiver, like, you didn't talk about his team first, ever. You always, Calvin Johnson did this, and the rest of the gang.
Fact check, where do you go to school?
Not Virginia,
Jesus Christ, you're not even close.
Yeah, I know, I said not Virginia.
Georgia Tech.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was feeling that vibe that we had in our theater.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'm easily entertained. I'm not oversensitive to change. I don't critique things based upon, the 19 fucking 70s and 80s. I just personally, I take it for what it is. I enjoy it for what it is. And you know what? For all those people who are like critiquing and I don't know, just doing too much, I'm sorry that you have the inability to enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
Like when you really think about it, I feel bad for those people. Like,
That's
you
true.
can't even sit down and watch a movie and enjoy it. You would rather be pissed off because
I can't wait
of a writer, you know what I mean, than actually just be able to say, you know what? I get to appreciate a movie 3 sagas deep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for Kevin Smith's. I know Kevin Smith's gonna love the shit out of this because he'll do a review. Yeah. It'll be fucking 8 hours long because that motherfucker is detailed, man. Like, but I mean, he's a director, so
right.
I get it. Director, producer, movie maker.
Yep. I mean, also we got to understand too that J.J. Abrams, I mean, did as much as he could with the time that was given to him. Tried to connect as many dots as he could. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, like when Rian Johnson did The Last Jedi, like, there was still an overarching idea of what they were going for. You know what I mean? So they were kind of still on track to get what they wanted at the end of the day. But he did the best that he could. It is what it is.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan too, and I will be seeing it again also.
Shit.
I saw The Force
Awakens.
Awakens.
What happened? It just had to stop. I don't know. I enjoyed it, and I can't. What the fuck was that? Alright. Sorry if we have some kind of crazy cut there, guys. That just had technical difficulty, but I think we were both just getting to the fact that we really enjoyed the movie.
I did. I saw The Force Awakens 3 times in theaters.
Did you really?
Yep. Saw The Last Jedi twice, so I need to at least see Rise of Skywalker twice. I guess last question I have for you then to end this.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Rey naming herself a Skywalker
at
the end?
Felt it was going to happen because it's the adopted family that took her in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she got raised. She felt that she was raised more by the Skywalkers than she was her own family.
Agreed. Which she was.
And I think that because she loved Ben, like, in a lovey-dovey way. She loved Leia in a mother mentor way.
Yeah.
It was her way to keep their legacy going, because where her lineage was, she wasn't overly proud of, which is fair. Because it wasn't, I mean, not that she disrespected her parents, but the name Palpatine is scarred throughout the galaxy. So,
I'm Ray Palpatine. I'm a Jedi.
Yeah, so
not that the name Skywalker would have made complete sense, but I kind of had a part of me that almost, not that I wanted to see it, but that I was kind of curious if it would happen, which would have been like Rey dying and like Ben Solo somehow claiming the Skywalker throne, because I mean, kind of had Skywalker blood in him, being, from his mother's side of the family. Yeah. And I thought maybe like him becoming a Jedi and taking the place of Rey and kind of, doing right by his father and mother. I thought maybe that could have been the idea, because Rise of Skywalker, like I thought about that too. But I think it being Rey and the way the Force ghost of Luke and Leia coming back and looking at her before, she calls herself Skywalker. I just thought that was appropriate, and I liked it. I liked how it went down.
I'm a little frustrated. I forgot about the Force Ghost thing. Force Ghost thing's supposed to be a really fucking hard thing to do. Why does Leia know how to do it?
I'm gonna say
Luke probably made it one of the first teachings that he did.
Well, this is what I'm gonna challenge you with. I'm gonna assume when Rey finally, after getting her fucking ass smacked by Palpatine, finally had the ability to hone her concentration and Force abilities enough to hear all of the former Jedi's voices and that they were with her. I think she has the ability to tap into that Force and not command them, but like feel them around her. So it could have been more of Rey seeing what she wanted to see more so than them appearing and making that self-show.
I like that. That's nice.
You know what I mean? Because she's now tapped in and she is part of the Force. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me.
No, man,
I am one with the Force, and the Force is one with me.
You know what?
Yen, shout out. Hey, Ip Man. There's a 4th one coming out, bro, in January.
Jeez, really?
I can't fucking wait.
In the movies, or is it gonna be?
Beat all that ass. Probably Netflix, but
yeah,
I'm fucking super stoked for it.
Yeah, no, I think that that was just a given. I sat there, I'm like, why would she go back to the desert though? Like, I just don't get why these motherfuckers.
She was burying their lightsabers.
But she's staying there. Like, she was gonna stay at that place.
They said that?
I mean, that's what I felt like that's what they insinuated when she was introducing herself.
I'm not going to insinuate that was the case whatsoever.
I know she went to Tatooine just to bury, but I mean, I felt like she was getting ready to just start hanging out there.
Right, yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. I'm just saying there is no way in any form that being suggested. I think that's just your thought on it.
I mean, that's the way I took it.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to think that you're like, oh, well, they kind of tipped their hat to the fact that she is doing
but I mean, that's just what I feel that's going to happen.
That would be a good place to lay low and continue to train, though.
But I mean,
I think she's going to go back to the Resistance, personally.
There's no Resistance. They won finally.
Yeah, well, but I mean, what are they going to just all do? Okay, vacation.
No, but I mean, like, she's not government.
No, I know that. So you don't think some of those people are still not going to stay banded together and like build their army still and like still kind of have a
that I'm not. I mean, like. I think the ones
I would assume that the Resistance doesn't completely disband. There will still be bases. There will still be ships and weapons. But a Jedi
was never really a Resistance person.
No, I know that, but she doesn't know anything else. That's her only family. So it would just be crazy for her to finally get some type of identity and like friendship and then completely abandon them. I think eventually, though, she needs to go out on her own and do more training. I would agree with that. Just become more of a Jedi Master.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess another reason I think that is because she had that moment with Luke, and she's like, "I'm going to give up. I'm going to stay on this island like you did, and I'm just going to quit." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. Like, that's not you." So I take from that she already wanted to exile herself, and that Luke said, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
Granted, the situation was different because there was work that needed to be done.
Right.
But I guess that's
the reason why I guess I kind of thought.
Yeah. Advantage the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
New England for the 11th straight season has won the AFC East.
Why don't you guys put some money in that fucking division?
Anyways.
Is your internet broke?
Mm-mm. I think San Francisco won their division.
San Francisco.
Right?
I don't feel like enough people are talking about them.
Dude, they came out of nowhere. I was not ready for San Fran to be so good.
Nobody expected Garoppolo to come in and just fucking play the way he's played, and that sucks.
That Aaron Jones, did I just score a touchdown against Terra after already winning the championship? So you got the Ravens who have clinched home field all the way through. You got the Patriots. You got the Niners and the Saints. Wild card, you got Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Texans. In the NFC, you got Vikings, Seahawks, Packers, Eagles.
Yo, those Eagles last night.
That game was fucking wild, dude. Honestly, I'm going to say Cowboys looked worse than the Eagles looked good, though.
Right.
Cowboys looked fucking terrible.
So, another season, man.
Dak Prescott is in... Oh, dude, his inaccuracy was frustrating, and I'm not even a Cowboys fan.
I sent Key this thing where it shows this like little girl crying towards her dad, and the dad's rubbing her back, but she's got a fucking Dallas star on her.
Oh, dude, you showed me that. You sent that to me.
Did I send it to you too? Yeah.
The kid's like, that's the way life goes,
yeah,
or whatever.
He's like, well, that's just the way life goes sometimes.
Like the little Eagles logo.
I was just like, that's fucking hilarious. I had to share that shit.
So for those of you watching the old YouTubes here, if you notice, CB's sporting that nice Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me all fucking sorts of fucked up. He walked in with that Christmas sweater. I was like, what the fuck? You did not tell me we were going Christmas sweater, so...
I was mad because like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, I didn't wear something Christmassy because I was trying to rock something Christmassy every episode, and I was mad that I fucked up.
I went Michigan State football for our big bowl game Friday.
I know, I'm pumped.
It's Wake Forest.
Just because of the fact that like I would like to see us end the season on a win.
Have you ever been more nervous for such a mediocre, lackluster bowl game?
You know, like
we're so bad this year. I'm not even confident that we're going to handle business against Wake Forest.
So here's the way I'm looking at it: is I am not anything. You know, I mean, like I'm just like
I am everything.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm looking at it. I'm just like, okay, well, if we lose, guess what? It makes fucking sense for the bullshit we put out there this year. Yeah. Now, I mean, it was going to hurt my fucking heart a little bit if we fucking lose because I would love to see us end the season on a victory. I think it's easy to come into the following year with a victory, and we had a huge losing streak this year.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm kind of over these losses now.
Agreed.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at.
I didn't do any research on Wake Forest.
Me neither. I mean... they're not ranked. I mean, it's weird to fucking talk about this and not talk about, well, where are they ranked at?
Yeah, I know.
Golly. Is this what Western and Eastern feel like?
They're about as good as your fantasy team this year.
No, my fantasy. Which league? Because at least in 3 of them, they were way better. My fantasy team was way better than the Spartans. Now in the other league, no, you're absolutely right.
Oh,
even the Spartans were better than me. That's right. I'm down talking my team because I'm upset.
Thanks for joining another episode of Proficient Fans. I'm going to bed. Peace.
Did you check out signing day though?
Nope. I know E.J. Smith, Emmitt Smith's son, signed with Stanford.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing I saw.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan State got nothing but 3 stars, but that was what, like Le'Veon and Calhoun.
No, we got a 4-star. We got 1 4-star.
Okay, 1.
Yeah, I had it come across my phone. I don't remember what position. I want to say wide receiver. We got a 4-star wide receiver.
Let's see here.
Gonna have to get a quarterback to throw him the fucking ball, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. I got all the prospects up right now. I got all the people outside. That's a bunch of 3. I'm waiting for that 4. You sure we got a 4?
I thought it was pretty cool when so Emmitt Smith was sitting next to E.J. Smith during his signing, and for those of you who don't follow this kind of stuff, usually the recruit sits down at a table and they usually have a whole bunch of hats laid out in front of them, so they'll have like LSU, Alabama.
I feel like everybody,
Michigan State.
I feel like everybody would have known about. I mean, like I remember people doing that when I was in fucking school.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about for the people though, because we got listeners who don't follow sports like that.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So just trying to paint a picture for them.
I'm with you.
And we got a ball game flag. And so anyways, Emmitt Smith is a Florida Gator alum. And when his son picked Stanford, it was funny because Emmitt Smith, was like, oh no, I'm a Gator for life. But then he kind of went in and was like, but he goes, with that being said, EJ's got his own life to live. He's got his own path. He's going to do what he wants. Or, he's going to do what feels right to him. And he goes, and I'm going to support him the whole way. He goes, our household's Gators. I'm a Gator. My wife's a Gator. Yada yada. He goes, but our kids come first. You know, and he's just like, if that's the route he wants to take, we're going to support him fully. He goes, I'm behind him. I support his decision. You know, and he's like, you know, he's going to, you know, talked him up, did some shit like that. And I was just like, I appreciated how important Florida was to Emmett from a alumni standpoint, because he was like, I'm a Gator.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't no fucking,
you were the Gator hat
Cardinal,
to the side.
I'm a Gator.
Yeah.
And he was like, but I still support my son, and he will always come first.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm down with that. Like, I love that I appreciated that love and support.
Yeah.
But still made that
Look,
proficient fan stand and was like, look, like, no. Like, this is my blood, you know, but this is...
Look, here's the thing is, at the end of the day, like, he's like, I'm rooting for my kid.
Yep.
Like I've done with everything he's ever done. It wasn't about the team. It was always about your kid. Now, you want the team to do well because then your kids look good. But, I mean, like, at the end of the day, as a parent, you're rooting for your kid. Your kid go out there and do well.
Right.
You know, it's just, I mean, it's different. You know what I mean? So...
Yep.
That's wild. Yeah, I was really impressed with that, and I was actually quite shocked that he went to Stanford.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. I just, of all the programs he probably could have gotten into and actually got some playing time, I just thought, this is where her master was from, her first master was
I would
from.
say that if she is going to train, that would be an appropriate place to do it.
Yeah, just to feel the vibe.
No fucking middle of nowhere.
Well, then you just catch the Luke vibe, you know, because...
That too.
And then you can get the greatest fucking Jedi of all time, Obi-Wan.
Better Jedi, Rey or Luke?
I think...
I'll throw Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in there too for the hell of it.
I personally would always go Obi-Wan over everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because he was always strong, and he was just bound by the fact that there was a bigger council that had him, you know, kind of under their thumb that he believed in, where he never really tried to really experiment outside of what was...
I mean, other than screwing the Duchess of Mandalore.
I mean, that's just out there fucking. They said they couldn't marry.
It's just a booty call.
They didn't say they couldn't play that fucking saber.
Right?
So, give him that.
Could I argue that Qui-Gon is the reason Obi-Wan developed into the Jedi he was?
And
therefore,
I do appreciate people thinking that Qui-Gon is the stronger of the Jedis.
I mean, I watched him in Taken. Very strong.
I know. But
I guess I saw Obi-Wan in Big Fish.
There you go.
The Island. I think that was good, McGregor.
Well, I saw him in Train Spotting, so I mean, it's cool. He fucking climbed out of a toilet, so it's great. On acid.
I'm so excited he's coming back as Obi-Wan in the series.
I know.
He is Obi-Wan.
He is. He's young. He's young Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I guess there's old Ben.
Yeah, the one that fucking started off. But no, I think that you have me fucking sidetracked now. I'm just like stuttering because I'm trying to get back where I was going with it, but it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Oh, that was fun though. You got anything else you want to say about Star Wars?
No, but I think next week we should wrap up Mandalorian because I'm pretty sure season finale will be this week.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to touch on it. So all you viewers, expect some Mandalorian next week. We'll recap that whole season, talk about that, because I am super curious to see what's about to happen since the end of episode 7.
Yeah, I know. And that was a wild episode, and I was disappointed. Tara never has watched it. She came out there, she goes, I guess so, thanks for, talking shit. And I was like, listen, lady, first off, this is a me and CB thing. We do it every week. You're either in or you're out. You chose to be out for all these episodes. Now, if you're going to come in this living room, check out the end of this. Be quiet. And she's like, damn. She even said damn afterwards. And she's talking about going back and watching them. I'm telling her she should because they're
I got to apparently get on The Witcher.
The fuck is that?
What? It's got...
Is that the Ryan Reynolds?
Henry Cavill. It's The Witcher's based off the video game The Witcher, and it's a Netflix series.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Apparently it's straight fire.
Really?
I was really excited for it, because, I mean, The Witcher, like, I can't think of the actual character's name, but he's a fucking badass. He's got some, I want to call them magic powers, but that seems kind of like, but there's like a wizardy aspect to it, like spells and like ability to do shit. There's going to be like creatures in there and shit like that.
Right.
Like, it looks fucking dope.
I might check that out.
Yeah, dude, it's...
There's that Ryan Reynolds thing on Netflix right now I want to check out, too.
Oh, like something 6?
Yeah.
Underground 6? Is that what it's called? Yeah, I'll watch that. That shit looks way over the top, but it looks dope.
I mean, I'll go with over the top.
Yeah, me too. I mean, shit, if you watch Fast and the Furious, then you understand.
Word.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. That's uncalled for. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for joining us. I hope everybody has a happy holiday. Merry Christmas to everybody. You got anything else you want us to go?
No.
All right. We're out. Peace.
May the force be with you. Fire sign off. CB wasn't even ready for it. He's actually salty, though.
I was, Yeah. There's another.
Logic? Is Logic Jewish?
I don't think he was. I don't know what he was.
I don't think there were any other Jews.
I thought there was.
Shia LaBeouf Jewish?
Shia LaBeouf. He had a Jew rap.
Cool. Jew rap.
It sounded really crazy. It wasn't supposed to be. But hey, guys, we're out. Peace.
Take care.